Hi everyone, Maggie here, and I'm going to show you what is in my backpack when I go to Disney World. So my backpack is a Society6 bag. This is my first time I've used it this past trip. I have a couple others with different patterns on it, but I love their backpacks. You can hold everything in it. You can choose what you want on it. So it has this front little pouch and then a bigger main pouch with a pouch inside of it. I've added this little keychain that a friend gave me, and actually when I came back from this trip, I had told my mom I needed to find a pouch to add to the strap of my backpack because I needed easy access to my phone. Phone has the app which shows you your fast passes, your dining reservations. So I had to find something, and I had this little pouch that I think my cousin gave me a long time ago, but it just fits my phone. That's all I needed to do, and I got it. So what goes in the bag? I have my travel essentials that my first video is about. So everything that's in here, I just add a couple things to it to make it Disney-fied. So the first thing I add is my Think Baby sunscreen. This is chemical-free sunscreen and it works really well. So I put it on before the park and then I just throw it into my pouch here. So that's number one. Then this is something I learned from a Disney blogger. He had a thing about packing essentials, and he told us about disposable, not reusable ponchos. It rains a lot in Florida. It usually rains every afternoon. And he said these are cheap and easy to pack because they're so small. So I pack 2 a day, one for me, one for my mom when I go to Disney World, and we use them when it rains, protects us. And we also use them on the water rides. We put them on waiting in line. We're usually doing Fast Pass. We love Splash Mountain, so that's the water ride we do. We put them on as we're walking the line, and we've worn them and we don't get wet with them. So I would highly recommend this if you don't like getting wet on Splash Mountain and other water rides. These are a great thing for an amusement park, and they're cheap and you don't have to spend $10 on a poncho at Disney World. So there you go. You just throw them away when you're done. So that'll go in the pouch with everything else. Then the final thing is kind of a fun little thing. It's chocolate, little chocolates that you can travel with. We have a sweet tooth, my mom and I, and we like having a little something in case we're getting hungry or we just need a little bolt of sugar. So I usually pack a few of these. This past trip we did Ferrero Rochers and Dove. And I would just pack your favorite candy that's individual and throw a few in, and if you get hungry, you got something and you're not buying a $5 cookie or ice cream or whatever. And you still have room for lunch or dinner or whatever meal you have coming up. So I would definitely do that. So you obviously in Florida or in LA or wherever you're going to need some good quality sunglasses. These I bought in Disney, but they're basically my Disney glasses. I've only worn them in Disney. But you always need good sunglasses, so I would definitely get a pair of those. Then I like having a small wallet in Disney. You don't need all your credit cards. You don't need to go crazy. So I have this little Kate Spade wallet that has a little pouch in the back, so you can keep a card handy if you want. But that'll go in the front pouch of my backpack. Let me put this in there too. Then when I was younger, my sister, my mom and I went to Disney World and we got into pin trading, I should say. It's huge in Disney. There are boards where people have traded pins or cast member pins or whatever, and you can trade pins. Exactly what the title is. But I bought some on eBay that were real Disney pins. There are counterfeit ones. I bought a whole lot of them, and I just pull 10 usually out to trade per trip, and I keep them in this cute little Ziploc bag from Splash Mountain, but it keeps everything handy. I can put the pins I trade in. If I lose backing, it's in the bag. So that'll go in the front pouch as well with my wallet and sunglasses. So this isn't something well known, but if you travel with a reusable bottle at Disney World, any counter service restaurant will refill it for free. I know not a lot of things are free at Disney, but water is. So I would definitely get a water bottle you like and travel with it. I like traveling with Swell. They keep the water nice and cold, and they have cute patterns. This is the Bloomingdale's breast cancer bottle, actually, from a few years ago. So that'll go in here. So sun protection, head cover is always important. I don't always travel with this, I probably should, but a baseball hat or a head scarf will protect your head from the sun. So I would definitely keep one of those in your bag. Then this is new. These next two things are new to my trip. I got the Hidden Mickeys book to find the hidden Mickeys. I found a couple of them without the book, or ones I knew about, and it's just a fun thing to add to your trip, especially if you go to Disney World a lot or have done the rides. You want to find something new with the rides. Also, it makes you look at the little details of the rides. So I would definitely get this book if you want more fun, more Mickey-ness in your life. It's fun, and it's not that heavy. Then this last thing, well, I have one more thing after this, but this is a reusable bag. It's kind of big, but they just put them in the parks. Each park has their own bag style, but it helps cut down on plastic, obviously, but I got it because we were in Epcot and we didn't have time to send the packages to our hotel or to the front of the park. So I bought a bag. I wasn't going to originally, but I was carrying all these bags because we had fragile things and I was afraid of them breaking. So I bought a bag. I bought the largest one because I figured I can use it in the future, and we had a lot of bags, so it made carrying things easier, and I would just recommend getting one even if you got the medium one. The large was probably going too big, but sometimes my mom and I buy a lot of stuff, especially in Epcot. So I would definitely recommend getting one of those. Then the final thing that it's not always in my bag, but it's always with me at the park, is a sweatshirt. I like traveling with one no matter where I am because you're going in and out of buildings, it's cold. It's just a good thing to have, especially if you don't want to buy a shirt. If you don't want to buy a sweatshirt, bring a sweatshirt so that you're ready. Even if the days are going to be 100-degree weather, you're going into cold buildings. They crank that AC, you're going to get cold. So I would always travel with one no matter where you're going. And Disney World especially, because they crank that AC and you're gonna get cold. So I would travel with your favorite one. This is my Grande Over Cancer one. But travel with whatever you like, whatever makes you feel comfortable. You can tie it around your waist. You could even use it as a head cover if you need to. I would definitely travel with one. Don't leave your house without it, and you won't regret it. So that's everything that's in my bag. Bag's not heavy to carry around all day, and I hope you have a good time in Disney if you're going. So I post every Monday. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye.